Hello and welcome to a new session of Queer and D for all of you new and returning adventurers. Still trying a new thing, I guess, but we roll dice whenever time permits, and we dive into an imaginary world. So that is really about it. Don't have any announcements apart from obviously we're now back to the Rainbow Posse, but we're coming up to the festive season, so things may start to get a bit wishy-washy again in terms of when we can and cannot play, but that's just par for the course for all of us, because obviously you've got Thanksgiving weekend and then you've got Christmas, which I kind of already have scheduled in for when we're going on our break for that, just to allow us our own time for what we need to do. It has been a while since we played last, so brief kind of recap, I guess. The group managed to get to Uverville, and they headed to the university where Professor Quavein was studying last they knew. They discovered that she's been missing for about 6 months, and they checked out her office and discovered that it looks as though her research had shifted a bit from wild magic into being the geography of various different countries and such, but not much else. So they, after realising that the receptionist at the university had finished for the day, they ended up following Reggie to a location that she remembered from her previous interactions with the professor, and it took them to an apartment building where they had a nice little interaction with an old lady who informed them that it was a few years back that the professor had moved out from there, and that she did not know that the professor was back teaching in the city, and was a little bit hurt that she hadn't made a journey at all to see her or anything like that, but did remember Reggie from Reggie's visits with the professor previously. So they headed back to the tavern, and that was really about it, before they kind of decided that they'd head to the university the following day again, just to see if they could find out where the professor lived, to sort of make contact and everything. So that's really about it, and yeah, I guess we're now ready to jump right in. So I'm not scrambling about.
Go. Nope, that doesn't help.
And fingers crossed that the Owlbear recording actually works this time.
I hope it works out for you.
I think it was just because it was such a long recording. It was like over 6 hours. I think the laptop just couldn't process it. So I think if we do one that kind of length next time, I'm going to stop it when we start the break, and then I'll kick it back up just to give it that
second
kind of break.
recording. That's probably a good idea.
Part 1 and 2, yeah. My fear for you was that it was going to get to 35% and then boot out. You know how sometimes that happens.
I thought it might have done that, so I changed all the settings on my PC so that I could just keep it on for the full 24 hours, and it would just turn the screens off after 10 minutes but keep the PC on. So the PC didn't like go to sleep or anything. So that was handy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's just because there was so many. It was triple the length of what we normally do. There. It's double to triple. So it meant that it had double to triple the amount of assets in it as well, for all the images as well as the sounds, and it was just a fair bit for the computer.
Hours, did it?
It did after we were done.
After we were done, but during it didn't feel like
after we were done, it felt like 6 hours. In the middle,
we were like dead.
Yeah.
But when we were done, I was like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah.
I mean
my body was like, "Get up and move, bitch."
The export time.
We feel dead.
The export time was a bit longer, but it was only about double the length of time. So it was only about 4 hours instead of like 2, but it was the upload time that... Sorry, I'm cleaning the screen while we wait. It was just the upload time for YouTube, because that's always sucky. It used to take 24 hours to upload even just a 2-hour session though. previously.
Wow.
And it also used to take 24 hours to just... No, it was 24 hours to export it, that's what it was when I was doing it on the laptop, before I got the PC.
Well, I know for sure that we've got one viewer that probably pops in quite often.
We've got...
A friend of mine that, we stopped communicating with each other. We've known each other for like 35, 36 years.
Oh, wow.
And she was missing me so hard that she started watching online.
Oh.
That's nice.
It's kind of sweet that it's also kind of stalkery. But she was like, I missed you, so I found you online and I started watching your games. I'm like,
So they're just calling me and saying hi?
did she message you recently? No, but I know that she's probably doing it again. That's what she is. She's just stalker by nature.
Oh, my mum, because she's run out of all things Critical Role to watch, she turned around Wednesday night or Thursday night and was like, I'm going to start watching yours. I'm like, no, you are not. You're at the very least wait until I'm out of the room.
So they're out of town again. They tend to go sometime around your birthday or so, don't they?
Yeah, it's because my dad's birthday is the week after mine, so they always go away for his
Oh,
birthday.
that's why.
Okay.
We're like, why are they leaving around her birthday all the time? That's so cruel.
Yeah, they go for his birthday, and then half the time now I'm not even in the country, so it doesn't matter to me. And then they're normally away in April for their anniversary.
Oh, okay.
And then this year they were also away in August. And my dad was also away in September. Because he goes on a golf trip as well.
Oh, okay.
So.
A lot of traveling, that's good.
Yeah, this one is the Good Food Show at Sea. So there's like a BBC thing called the Good Food Show, where they get in like a bunch of like celebrity guest chefs and things like that. And they typically do it in like convention hall type things, where you can like go and try all this food, but they're doing it on a cruise ship this time, so they've headed out for that.
That sounds like fun.
They're hoping it is good food.
Yeah.
We'll see. We always have complaints when they come back, so it's mostly been because they changed the it's not carbonara. What's the other pasta that you put some cream and parmesan in and butter?
Zucchini?
No.
Alfredo?
Alfredo, that's it, yeah. They changed the recipe for the Alfredo, so my dad's mad.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh.
That's always the worst when like you get something and you're so used to it and then they either discontinue it or it's like, we've changed the recipe and I'm like, it's not the same anymore.
Well, McDonald's get rid of the sweet and sour, not the sweet and sour, the sour cream and onion. The dipping sauce, the sour chive and onion, whatever one it was.
Wow. I've not been to McDonald's in years, so now I'm like, I can't remember that sauce.
Yeah. So now my sister refuses to get McDonald's.
Oh wow.
Because it doesn't taste the same.
Wow.
Yeah, we went to a restaurant that I hadn't been to in a long time with a Memphis style barbecue, and I was really disappointed. Layla wasn't as much as I was, but I had just remembered it tasting a certain way. And it totally changed up, and I was like, it sucks.
And there's just also a better barbecue place in town.
There really is, with better vibes.
That's fair. We only really have one place we go to now nearby for food. And we went there last Saturday, so...
Where to?
It's a Chinese place called the Cotton House. It's the best Chinese restaurant in Scotland. We're going there next month, actually. Well, this month, because Catherine's graduation's this month. So we're going to go there for dinner.
Nice. I'm looking forward to Indian food next weekend. We don't have good Indian food on the island.
I love Indian food.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's the place.
I do as well. But a lot of them use coconut or milk in it, so I can't really have it anymore.
I love sag paneer. It was like my favorite Indian
Yeah, and
dish.
this Indian place that we're going to with my folks, they have like, they serve like tableside chai,
Ooh.
you know, and like it's refillable, and they just keep bringing it, and it is so good. It's so smooth and spicy, and I'm very excited.
I'm partial to South Indian garlic chicken. It's really good. Alright. Are you guys ready?
Alrighty, we're
I think so.
Yeah.
Oh my god, where's
where
my phone?
where were we?
I can't fully remember, but I think you guys had went back to the
We
the
were
tavern
back
that you're
at
staying.
home.
Yeah, because the receptionist at the university had left for the day, and you needed to talk to him to get
Right.
other addresses and such, because you'd been to Professor Q's apartment, old apartment building anyway,
Yep.
and had spoken to the old lady. And she'd said
Nice.
that Professor Q had moved away a couple of years back, so you needed to like try and find like the new address for her. That's where you guys are. You're back at the Barbarian Arms, which is a gentrified kind of place. From my notes, that's literally the note that I put down, is gentrified place. And it was, where was my OneNote actually? Because I had stuff in the OneNote about this place as well.
I think I need a little bit more refreshing than this. I'm still a little...
So, Reggie's still
okay.
with you.
Hey, Reg.
You are trying
Reg
to
is-
find Professor Q because they should be able to help Reggie with the wild magic problem that they're having.
Okay.
So you're
And also,
Mhm.
and
You also came here for information about the Queen, right, or something? Or no, the
Yeah.
the border.
Yeah, Professor Q
Yeah.
is also the main contact for Farah, Queen of the Vale. So she's asked you to reach out to
Yes.
Professor Q to make a point of contact in case there needs to be communication between yourselves and the Queen of the Vale.
right, so we
Okay.
need to connect with her so that we have that line of communication
Yes.
with Queen, and Reggie needs to connect to maybe help with this
Probably,
web
right.
magic
Or
problem.
find some help.
Alright, and what time of day is it?
So it's probably about 5:30ish by the time
Yeah.
you got back out of the university. It was it was about 5:30ish. You got there maybe about 2 in the afternoon, but with the time of year that it is as well, school is not in session at the moment. It's just about to start back up in a couple of weeks' time, so it's kind of like Augusty time if it were in our sort of calendar. So that's kind of the sort of time frame for where this town is at, with it being like a university town, so it's kind of like the off season for it essentially,
Gotcha.
where you've only got like
Gotcha.
PhD students, master's students sort of deal that are currently there, if that makes
Fall-
sense.
Fall quarter.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, well, what to do? What shall we do this evening? Do we have anything we need to do to prepare to go anywhere? I guess the shops are closed.
Reggie can't drink, so you know.
Well, Reggie can drink,
Oh,
just
yeah,
Reggie can't get drunk.
Reggie won't get drunk.
Right.
Ooh,
Kind of a waste
ooh,
of money, isn't it?
we could use this horrible thing to win some money.
Reggie doesn't know that
Oh?
Reggie can't get drunk yet.
I thought I did the last time.
No, you guys,
That
you
was-
hadn't been somewhere to get alcohol
Okay.
yet, I don't think.
Yeah. So Reggie will just saddle up and go up to the thing because like, I would like a pint, please.
Okay. Ale, lager, stout, water.
Mead.
Yeah,
Who asked
mead.
for a pint of water? A pint of whatever the strongest you have.
Okay. You see there are like tap pools, but they aren't labelled at all or anything like that. There's just like the sort of beer taps off in the corner of the bar. This one doesn't necessarily look as though it maybe gets used as much, just based on the handle of it. But they pour your pint out and bring it over, and it's a dark sort of brown, almost blackish liquid.
Ooh.
With a relatively large head on the top of it.
Anyone else? Would you guys like some?
Yeah, sure, I'll have one.
I'll have an ale.
I'll have some mead.
Okay. Brings over the rest of your drinks. Those tap pools do look as though they have been used a fair little bit more than this one. That will be 8 silver, please.
8 silver.
I just hand him a gold. 1 gold.
Oh!
Keep the change!
Okay.
She literally just downs the shit, like...
Okay, this is like essentially a stronger Guinness.
Yeah. Just lets out a massive belch.
Yeah.
And then waits. And he's like, okay. Oh! It's not very... Usually... Huh.
What's the matter?
Something happening? Something going on?
Well, I like my mead and my, my pints every once in a while, but usually I'm a small person, so it doesn't take me much. And I think this is broken. I don't think it's any good.
Really? Get another one. Let me try a sip of it.
Another one, please.
Okay, that was quick, and heads over and grabs another one. I'm just imagining like, you know how Fellowship of the Ring, and they're like, it comes in pints?
Yeah.
That's what's in my head right now.
Slide it over. Here you go.
Alright, well, you give it cheese first. See what you think.
Tastes like the last one, yeah. Cheese.
Okay, let me try it. Oh! Yeah, there's a little alcohol in there. Yeah.
No.
Yeah. I mean, maybe you can I don't know, detect alcohol volume on it.
I don't think anyone has that stuff.
I know.
How many units in an ale?
Do any of you have brewer's kit?
Oh shit!
I don't know what to do.
I do actually. Hold on.
Do you?
Because you could check the proof of the alcohol with
I don't know what to do. I think I have a poisoner.
Have you seen the mead making videos on like TikTok and that, where they have like the
Yeah,
proofing
they drop the
stick?
thing in and
I have the poisoner's kit. No, I have the poisoner's kit. I thought about taking the brewer kit. But I took the poisoner's kit.
Ah.
Did Leaf get the same thing? Did you get the same thing?
Yeah. Think so.
Hey, Leaf, drink this beverage. They're a lot shorter. They probably are a lot more lightweight somehow. Drink the whole thing and see if you have any effect.
Drink the whole thing.
Drink the whole thing. Bottoms up, my friend.
Oh gosh. So I'm like jugging it down.
Like you're not thrilled about free booze.
Well, I mean, I am, but it tastes good. I mean, it tastes fine.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Do you feel anything?
Well, I've only had one, so. So
Really?
gonna take me. I need to have more than just one.
Well, I think you're going to get you another then. Reggie, get Leaf another.
On it! Excuse me! Can I have another, please? Two more.
Okay. 2 of these stouts again.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. A minute or 2 later, they come over with stouts. There's a bit less head on them this time. It looks as though maybe because it's been used a bit more.
Cool.
Cleaning the pipes,
Okay.
as it were.
Okay.
Can I see someone in the bar that is also looks like they're like a hearty drinker?
I mean, Leaf.
You don't know Leaf very well, but trust us when we say
Leaf can put down some
Is a
booze.
hearty drinker.
Yes.
All right, let's go.
Go, friends.
Okay, cool. Cheers. Oh man. Yep, still really good. I don't see what are we looking for here? Do you just not get the effect, or?
I don't know, like spin around 10 times.
Do you feel a buzz?
Give me
Oh
a
yeah,
spin, like
I do.
10 times.
Because I think this is watered down. I don't. It's like I feel full, like I drink water.
Oh, definitely, it's not water. I can tell. It's got a little bitterness at the end.
Well, no, the taste is there, but I got enough. Give me another one.
Maybe we should be letting you drink all the alcohol. Well, I want it too, but also you should be drinking as well.
It definitely is working on Leaf.
Let's see you. Let's see.
Go.
I've had 2 already, and I'm tiny. I'll drink a third.
Okay.
Yeah, when would you start to roll for something?
I don't. I
I
can't
mean,
feel it.
Constitution
My
checks.
wild things.
Constitution check.
Yeah,
Right,
constitution checks would probably start to come in after this one, I would say, for
I
for
am
Leaf.
just
For me,
sipping my
okay.
ale.
after
watch
this one, yeah.
This is entertainment.
Yes.
I would say if you roll above a 10, you're
Uh-huh.
not you're not at the stage of like drunk yet. You're getting a good buzz. If you roll below a
Okay.
10, then it's starting to kick in.
Okay, cool.
Sorry, just get my charger. Constitution. Okay.
Constitution.
Constitution. Where are you? Oh, la, 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 la. Sorry, that's not a saving throw,
No,
or is
just
it? Yeah,
just a check.
a check. Constitution.
Saving throw would be more so if you were trying not to throw up.
Oh yeah, of course. So that's a 12.
Okay, you're not quite feeling the buzz yet. You're starting to feel like how I don't know if it's like I don't really drink anymore, but when I used to drink, like there would be like a bit of like numb nose. It would start to go a bit numb feeling.
Yeah, almost like you can feel
Yeah.
it, like
Yeah, you can start to feel the effect of it,
Oh,
but
yeah.
you're not over the
Okay.
hump of it yet.
Well, I'm good. I start my
I go to
third.
the bar and I just go, you sure this is the strongest you have?
If you want stronger, I guess we have a white
Do they have
liquor
spirit?
that's quite strong.
Oh.
If you wanted something like that,
Mm-hmm.
straight or mixed.
Straight's fine.
Okay.
The strongest, dankest booze you have.
Yeah, pretty
Oh.
much. So brings over like this dusty looking bottle of white. You assume it's something like vodka, and by the smell of it, it smells like paint stripper.
Oh no.
Okay, nice and quick. Solange.
It,
Nothing?
nothing at all.
You should be feeling something by now. Something's not right, Reggie.
Oh no.
But maybe we could use this to our advantage.
Ow.
Well, we could get money off people if you do a drinking contest
Oh, brilliant!
Ooh.
to make some extra bucks.
Well, nobody in this bar is gonna believe me. I think they all just saw me down it, but maybe.
I mean, this is a gentrified building and establishment. I imagine there's probably some. What's the what's the equivalent of a hipster in this town?
A bard.
Students.
A bar.
Yeah. Yep.
Somebody with money.
Just gotta find a rich, snotty bard.
There we go.
Scan the bar.
You see like older, middle-aged sort of human males as well as elves who are just there drinking like wine and stuff like that. They've got like a bottle on the table. Some of them have on another table, it's almost like a wine flight where they're doing like a wine tasting.
There you go, Reg, over there. Yes. Look at that. They've got money. Wine flights.
Well, one side effect that I'm not quite sure I enjoy the benefits of.
Well, it could be money making if you wanted.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, friend.
It's fine. I won't even remember tomorrow.
Will the effects of the if you can't get drunk now, will the effects of the drunkenness effect come later? No,
Well, it can't, because here's the thing, your body processes that shit. It doesn't say you feel it later.
Oh, Lord. So we could be in the midst of battle, and all of a sudden Reggie's floored.
Just throws up.
We'll see.
Oh, boy.
Well, that was fun. I'm going to go to bed. I'm going to write down everyone's names one more time, just to make sure I don't forget you. But if I don't come down in the morning, just give my door a knock.
Okay.
All right. Do you need our names again?
I'm good.
Do you need our names again?
No. I'm
Are
good.
you sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
That's fine.
You gotta write
we'll
it down.
just finish the drinks here, since there's a few left. And it would be rude not to finish them.
Reggie,
Everyone else is enjoying their wine.
Alright, so
I'll just
I mean, I don't need much sleep, so
yeah.
I'll just sit here and finish them. Observe, see if any gentry folk are looking suspicious. But they're probably not.
Yeah, I mean, they look as though they're like the hipstery type students who would have like a wine and cheese night. And
Yeah,
yeah.
absolutely.
I see
Chocolate-
that as being
boy.
the student who had a wine and cheese night, but we didn't have wine. We had cocktails instead. We made what did we make? I can't even remember what we made. And then we went out after, so yeah. So you spend the evening without incident. You're in a nice safe place for the evening, so you don't need to worry about wights coming and destroying your camp or disrupting your sleep.
Cool.
And you wake up in the morning to some nice light blue skies.
Yeah, it's a beautiful day. So
There's
breakfast and then back to the college? Is that what we were? I think so. I think that's the plan.
You go downstairs
Where's
and
Reggie?
there's like a nice sort of continental breakfast spread out with like
Mm.
pastries and meats and cheeses and yogurts and things like that.
Croissant.
Yeah.
Croissant. Is there a croissant?
The real question is there a chocolate croissant?
Croissant.
Yes, there's some pain au chocolat.
Ah, there you go.
There's like a fruit platter and things like that as well.
But I'm here for the croissant.
Oh yes. For the croissant.
Yeah.
Giant. Dip it into that.
Oh yeah,
Yes. I want one.
the big 12-inch one. Haha.
So it's
This
lovely
is delicious. I'm gonna
fresh
put
breakfast.
some meat in the satchel. Just take some of this pocket bacon. Shirky.
It's like a sort of summer sausage kind of deal.
We'll take a log of it. Now love me some summer sausage with mustard. Little sweet and sour mustard on this summer.
Well, I
Are
mean,
you
I was just talking about a 12-inch croissant, but if you want to talk about sausage, go ahead.
I mean, the sausage is for later. You need snackins, you know. And now I'll have the
Croissant.
Reggie just grabs a chocolate croissant and an apple.
Yeah, I'm gonna make myself like a nice herbal tea and have my croissant in peace at the table.
Same. Herbal.
Herbal tea, a peppermint tea.
But I'm having caffeinated tea. Legitimately, I have to go grab it. I'll be right back.
Yeah, I'm just gonna be like all chill and zen, like with my tea.
Okay.
After my lovely beer session the night before.
It's a
I'm
nice-
definitely having black tea and sugar.
Nice. Oh, you prepared for the day, Torin?
I think so. I think I'm ready for this. I mean, gotta help a friend out and journey, and I don't know. I'm just kind of confused about where this person may be.
I know.
I don't know. Hopefully we can find her.
Cool. Where are we heading today first?
Nothing like a good Elan's breakfast tea.
I think we're going back to the college. Is that our next
Yeah.
plan?
Yep.
Mhm.
Back there again. See if we can find her.
Okay. You head back and the exact same receptionist is sitting there with his own steaming mug of hot beverage of some assortment, with a different book this time.
Mm.
Ooh, good morning. What you reading this time?
Oh, this is about the history of the Stormfire Gate.
The
The
what?
Stormfire Gate.
Yeah, you know the area of the city that was attacked by dragons about 100 to 100
Oh,
years
right,
ago?
right. Part of the town that's all still scorched.
Oh, yes. Terrible, terrible.
Yeah, it includes some first-hand views and accounts, which is interesting.
How tragic.
On that note, we're looking for Professor Q.
So you said yesterday. Did you have any luck in her office?
We sure didn't.
Mm-mm.
Okay. I mean, the last
Hence,
known place that we have of her residence, I suppose you could check there. She lives in the High Point district, which is sort of just behind where the university is. She lives a couple of streets over. We did send people to check it out, and local law enforcement have checked it as well as part of missing persons, but it might have been something that was missed, you never know.
I mean, I've dealt with local law enforcement. Generally, they've missed something.
Have any letters or any kind of correspondence come this way since she's been gone?
No, all correspondence for her gets sent to her home address, I believe.
Does anybody come to look for her since she's gone missing?
Besides us, obviously.
Besides us, obviously. Or rather, has anyone come to visit her maybe the day before she went missing?
Not that I can recall, no.
Insight check.
Go for it.
Trust but verify. Woo. Oh, that's such shit. Lord. I don't even think it matters at this point, but we'll look anyway. And my insight's not so great.
What's your insight?
Oh, it's +3, which isn't bad if I hadn't rolled a 5.
Oh.
Okay, yeah. I mean, take him at face value. I mean, you guys knew from the interaction you'd had the previous day that she kept herself to herself. So you get the idea that she probably didn't have too many visitors outside of like students who came to like office hours and things like that.
Okay.
Well, I guess we go to her house then.
Alrighty, exit stage left.
Passes over the address to you.
Oh, yes. Sorry, I've had a lot of caffeine this morning and sugar. And some chocolate.
Okay.
The address would be great.
Passes it over to you.
Oh.
It looks to be, from sort of what you kind of have gathered, it is literally just a couple of blocks just behind where the university is. And like a single-story house. Not quite, well, single occupancy house, I should say. It's not like a, not a large
It's not like a
place.
duplex. Or...
Yeah.
The single dwelling.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That should be easy enough then.
You get the idea as you're sort of walking up High Point. Why it's called High Point? Because
Oh my god.
the streets are a lot cleaner here than elsewhere.
Oh, I thought it was going to be deep. This is really quite clean. The
It's just a fancy ass neighborhood.
gutters.
Beautiful.
Ways.
Oh god, it's probably terrible HOA.
It's the bougie town.
You get the idea that this is probably where the rich people live because shit goes downhill.
Oh.
Take me down to bougie town.
Shit literally goes downhill. doesn't it?
Literally.
I imagine this place being higher above everything else, and
Yeah.
shit really
Mm.
downhill.
Yeah, it's like up a hill, sort of deal.
Okay.
Take me down to bougie town.
Is it kind of like that, like medieval style where there's public bathrooms that are just basically holes above, like a canal, but like the water goes down into the main city?
No, I wasn't quite so much thinking that as when people used to throw chamber pots out the window.
Oh, is it that era?
Yeah, that was like Victorian times.
We did
It
this
lasted
era
a very
the whole
long
time.
time.
Oh yeah, Victorian times, right? And they all had that communal sponge wipe.
That was Roman times. They had
But that,
this
see, there we go,
sponge-
Roman. There we go. There we are. Yes, thank you. I'm
There's
all
like-
over the place. I'm like chamber pots.
There's
No.
1,800 years of a
Aqueduct.
difference there.
There we go. Aqueducts. Yes, Roman times. The communal
Yeah.
wipe.
Yeah.
This is what happens when you have American versus.
I know, right?
I remember it vividly because it was in a kid's book and it was like
There's
they
like
had a
horrible
little
histories.
It was a little, and there's the stick with the sponge on
Yeah.
it, and like the guy
Well,
like,
Yeah.
They
For-
taught you that as children.
well, yeah, Guardy Lou and all that. Good times, good times.
Well, of course, you have a lot of those pictures over there in Europe. We do not.
We'll educate you on
Sorry.
horrible histories later. It's fine.
All right, thanks.
Now that we've covered the vague European history of
All
shit
right.
boxes.
So anyway,
How about-
are there public outhouses?
Not in this area, no.
Why? Why do you?
I don't know. I
this?
need to know this from my mind's
Okay.
eye. Walk down the street.
So
Do I
this is-
pass or not?
This is a fancy area. It's not quite like what would be like considered like Victorian times if we were looking at it in terms of like our history. It would be somewhere sort of maybe around the 1600s where there isn't quite indoor plumbing because that was installed in Buckingham Palace in like 1850-ish, somewhere around about then. So not quite indoor plumbing, but is a bit more egalitarian, shall we say, than just a hole in the ground.
All right.
I love that this is what your theater of the mind needed.
I love that this is what my history degrees come to. The history of shit in bathrooms.
I mean, if you gotta go use the bathroom, at least you know.
How about we just get up to her house
Okay.
and we can look in her bathroom?
Have you seen the film Johnny English?
No, I don't think I have.
Okay. So they do have like a sort of very basic kind of bathroom where it is literally just like hole, like it's like a seat with a hole in it, like a bench with holes that's got like toilet flaps that essentially go over it to stop the smell. That is like a hole that just goes down through a pipe into the sewers, so it's very rudimentary but without running water.
Oh, that's better than like shitting off the side of a castle wall.
Yeah.
I did not know this is what we were in for today.
No.
I'd have warned y'all. I'd have warned y'all if I'd have known.
I've had insomnia and not a lot of sleep the past week. This is where my mind goes. What are the shitters in the fantasy world?
I blame your rabies. I blame your
It's probably
rabies.
like a potty or something, and then like instead like or a bucket, and you just chuck it out, or you'd have like an outhouse like Shrek has.
Yeah, so like, you know how people that have van life, they sometimes just have like a bucket?
Yeah.
They like mix in like the compost and things like that, and then they'll dispose of it. Think of that. We'll go with that.
I'm done. Thank you.
Thank you. I have enough information. Tell me we've made it to her house.
Yes, you've made it to the house. It's a stone building, as is all the other buildings in this town now, in the city, because dragonfire and wood do not mix well. Historically.
Like thatch roof.
Yeah, so it's got like clay tile roofs and things like that, slate roofs, stone buildings.
I read Three Little Pigs. Oh, that wasn't a dragon. It was a big bad wolf, but same.
Right.
So you're inside of her house now. There is no lights inside of it. Everything appears to be dark on the inside.
Is the door locked?
Is there medieval police tape?
Are we gonna knock first?
Just barge in.
Well, she's been missing, so I just wiggle the doorknob. I don't try
Yeah,
to.
we'll walk up. Give it a little tap just in
Or you can
case.
throw a sponge on a stick at her.
With vinegar kombucha.
I can not with you today. Oh.
Imagine that, Scooby.
Oh.
Wait, Scooby Doo.
I'm sorry.
No, so the mother starter for a kombucha is called a Scooby. So like the same way as you get a starter for a sourdough, you've got a starter for a kombucha that's called a mother
See,
or Scooby.
it's funny because I always thought a doobie, and I called it a Scooby once. So, so for me, a Scooby is a doobie.
What has happened here?
We have gone.
But I want you to know that we are actually in character in game having this conversation. Because that's the way I want it.
Just with an omniscient voice over top explaining it
How
all.
much did you drink last night? Oh, brother.
Right, so
Anyway,
yeah, we're gonna
I'm
knock
gonna
on the door. We're gonna knock on the door. Knock, 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 knock,
And
knock.
not wait an acceptable amount of time, and then Reggie's already tried the doorknob, so whatever.
So there's no answer when you knock on the door. When you try the doorknob, it is locked.
Alright. Anybody at home?
Dunk, dunk, dunk.
Does anybody want to
Hello?
try and unlock the door?
Like unpick it or just
Yeah.
like turn? Okay, unpick it. Oh
Yeah,
gosh.
it's like thieves' tools or anything.
Ugh. But doesn't if you aren't trying to unpick something, would that not be like stealth?
Nope, it would be sleight of hand.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, okay. I have +2 for sleight of
Do you
hand.
have thieves' tools?
What? Oh no, I do not. Can I use like a Can I just use a Kirby pin?
Instead, you just do a little abracadabra in front of the doorknob.
A paintbrush.
And you can try, but the DC will be higher.
No, dang.
I'll set the
No.
DC at 18 if you want to use improvised thieves' tools.
Nah, I'd rather just knock on the door and if no one's there, go bye.
Wait, we have to. No, we have. Where are you going?
Maybe she's just missing forever.
6 months. She's been missing for 6 months.
Yeah, so in 6 months, if I was the police, that should be classed as deed. So maybe she's just deed.
Well, I wish I
She's
had.
deep.
I don't have any.
Oh, so she's no.
speed
So,
tool.
I cast. Wait, actually, first, is there any
oh wait,
between the door?
I'm so dumb. I'm a druid. I could turn into a tiny thing and go in. Oh my gosh.
Is there
Do you
any
want to go by yourself though?
And then open from the inside.
Yeah, I'll say that there's like a letterbox sort of deal like what we've got over here. There's a letterbox that you can like open it and put mail through.
Okay.
So someone could very easily hold the flap open and then Leaf could like
Do you want to
turn
turn into a mouse and then I'll lift you up to the flap?
Yeah, that works. Okay.
Okay.
I am a mouse.
Okay, gotcha. Hop on my hand. Okay. And in you go. Be careful.
You land softly on a pile of letters.
Oh gosh. She has not been here. Her mail's here. Another sign that she's dead. And then I transform back into a human. Well, actually, no, wait. I've decided I won't because I need to see if anyone's there.
I miss you guys so much.
Knock, knock.
Beep, 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 beep.
Leave. Let us in. Leave.
Did she get eaten by a cat, maybe?
There's
Oh,
no
God,
cat in here.
We can have a cat.
There is no cat.
She could have a cat. We don't know.
Right.
Leave. Let us in.
All right. Okay. Transforms. Opens the door. Yeah, I was just being careful.
Well, I appreciate that.
Well, she's probably dead because look at all her mail.
Oh, there's a lot of mail.
Ooh, a coupon.
Oh.
Damn, it's expired.
Oh no.
Oh, God. Oh, bummer.
Anyone need any insurance, health insurance, life insurance?
There's just a letter there that says we've been trying to reach you about your car's extended warranty.
Yeah.
Your broom's extended warranty.
Your car's.
Your cart's extended warranty. Oh
my.
Oh my god.
Well, we need some light in here. Imagine it's dark.
There are some candles kind of dotted around.
Alright, we'll go.
They're burnt down a little bit. They're not like brand new candles. There is like a little bit of burning in them.
Are they still burning?
No, they're out, but they are melted a bit because they have been burned already in the past. Just they're not fully down.
Okay. They're not brand new. They've been used. I'm gonna go ahead and light these.
Stations light all the candles.
Cool.
Oh, that was fast. I was gonna.
I just go.
There you go.
The room,
That's handy.
the room that you're in is sort of like a mix between like a living room, an office, a kitchen area. There's a desk over in the corner with the books that are piled, but they are piled quite neatly. But there are little tabs of paper sticking out on certain pages.
It's like a studio.
Can I look through the pile of letters to see if there's anything of a more personal nature beyond the following up on your cart's extended warranty?
There are just a couple of letters that do seem to be just kind of like circulars, like vote in this election sort of deal. Vote for Thane Elman Booth sort of deal with like a couple of other names and things like that. A few flyers just about local events that are in the area, like local like summer festivals and things like that. As well as just a couple of letters just generically just saying like a Christmas card type of thing.
Uh-huh.
So you get the
nothing
idea that it's
exciting.
been a little while.
Right, but also nothing particularly of interest.
No.
To her desk, and is there anything of interest around the desk at all? Can I open the drawers? Is there any notes left out? Anything?
There's no notes left out, but there is the books that are piled up, and the drawers open easily enough, and there's just like some fresh inkwells in there, some fresh quills, various other writing implements, and like wax for like sealing envelopes. As well as a notebook that appears to be well worn but with nothing written inside of it.
Damn, and I rolled an investigation that was really good.
You want to investigate?
What'd you roll?
I rolled an 18 plus 1.
Yeah, that's the sort of things that you see. The books themselves are sort of like about the geography. of other countries and things like that, which you know from previously that is what the professor was currently looking at in her research.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, like cultural anthropology, perhaps?
So like for formations as well as like more anthropological type of things as well.
A book on like latrines around the world.
Shut up.
What if she disappeared to where's that dark place?
You mean the Fractured Veil? Where she
Yeah.
comes from? I mean, that's where she's from.
Is this a 1-story or a 2-story?
The building itself is probably more of like a kind of 3-story, but her area apartment thing is just like for a single dwelling for like 1, maybe 2 people at a push. It's small enough that 1 person is comfortable, 2 people is probably going to be a bit more of a tight squeeze. Definitely not a family dwelling.
Can I look at the empty notebook?
Yes.
And then can I take it over to Torn and go, could you do like a little flame? Like a little, like not like just a tiny.
Yeah, sure.
And I put it near, but not close enough to burn. Near. Does the heat or the flame reveal anything?
Nope.
This woman, it just really isn't helping us with any kind of information left behind.
No, honestly, it's pretty rude. The fact that she just seems to have completely disappeared.
Does anyone have anything cold? Cold?
What?
Yeah, 'cause sometimes heat or cold can make things that are invisible show.
Yeah.
So
I don't
maybe
know.
maybe cold on the page. I don't know.
I don't know. It's a good thought.
Do you have ice knife leaf?
I think so. Unless I got rid of it.
I have a really big ice spell, but I don't want to.
Because I know that's like a cantrip or like 1st level kind of deal.
Yeah.
That's chill touch, but that's not actually.
I think
chill.
it was Mika that had the
Yeah.
ice.
Me too. Ice knife, yeah.
Yeah, and like to use it, especially when I was fighting someone
Yeah.
else.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, I have Ray of Frost.
Ray of Frost. Okay.
Can I just produce a little bit because it's a cantrip of cold for Ray of Frost, and then I will see if that does anything to reveal.
Sure. Does nothing.
So I've tried it with this place.
How about I try a little celestial magic? And I do just a little, like, just the beginnings of, like, Word of Radiance or Bless or something just to expose it to some...
Just little sparkles.
Little sparkles.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Can someone with investigation look to see if there's any imprint, like there has been writing on it?
Yeah, sure.
Also, does
Right,
anyone want to do like an Arcana check on it or anything?
I will do an Arcana.
How
so
you guys
they-
out with that?
Investigation, I got
19 on Arcana.
15.
Okay.
Neat.
No indentations for previous writing on it.
I rolled a 15.
Okay. So
I got a 19 on Arcana.
Okay. Torrin, I'll say that you've likely heard of this because of or something similar to this because of where you come from, and that communication between the Phantom Isles is a little bit more difficult unless it's specific days of the year. You've heard of notebooks where they are used for fast communication between 2 parties, but there's no trace of the communication left.
Excellent. I'm thinking perhaps that this may be a way to communicate with her. And maybe if we write something in this book as a note to her to check on her well-being, we get a response. Leaf, you have a lot more artistic flair with your writing. Could you do a little something?
For what do you want me to write?
Right, like the Queen sent us.
To check on your well-being, please respond.
Oh, I'm not really good at typography, but sure. It might be a little bit like rusty.
Turns
Okay,
out we-
so
I thought your calligraphy was pretty sweet.
yeah, true. Right. Okay, so we came by. Blah, blah, we came from via the Queen. Blah blah blah. That kind of thing. Okay, cool.
Oh,
Do.
that looks lovely. Yes, yes.
And then, do you want to sign it, everyone, or signed the Rainbow Posse? Boom.
That works. That works.
Okay.
Cool.
You see the ink sort of is absorbed into the paper itself, leaving no trace at all of what was written there.
I love this book.
Oh, sorry, I thought I didn't do it on the book. Sorry.
Oh,
I
where
didn't
did you
understand.
get this?
That's where we handed you the book to write it in.
No. This was a book. You're okay. You're all right. Leaf, you got
Sorry,
it.
I thought it was my own book. That's fine.
No, you're good. You're good.
No, we handed you the book to write it in.
That's
Oh
fine.
Lord, last night was a doozy, wasn't it?
You wait about a minute or so, and then a response comes through just underneath where you have written.
Ooh, what does it say?
Please come by the... Where's my note with his name? That would be helpful. Please come by the Thane's house and ask for Averil Nero.
Which house is that? Hurry, it's gonna disappear.
Here.
The Thane's house.
Like
Thane. Oh, the Thane.
Thane,
Okay.
like
yeah, so like the
Skyrim.
local
And-
mayor, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Um,
And ask for who?
Avorel, so Avorel,
Avero.
and the surname is Nero, Naero.
Nero.
Nero.
All right. Now, well, great. Okay. We're trusting that this is a friendly writing back to us and not some kind of setup.
I mean, we don't really have much choice.
But we don't, yeah. So I wonder where the Thane's house is from here. It must be uptown, though, right?
I mean, it's going to be somewhere up in this neighborhood, I would
High,
assume.
high ground, whatever.
So in case we need to write any other messages.
Yes.
Yeah, oh yeah, we're totally keeping this book.
But also, do we want to check anything else? And like, I just wander over and start checking cupboards, the ones I can reach.
Yeah, I was gonna say we should probably like check the whole house just in case there's like anything.
Okay. Check upstairs and whatnot.
I
Yeah.
mean, there's a
Where is it? There's-
thin layer of dust everywhere, that looks as though it's just settled since the last time people have came through. There's dried goods in the cupboards in the kitchen. Nothing that would be perishable at all. More like sort of pastas and pulses and things like that.
I
Hey,
take some
Reggie,
of that.
did you fully check the stack of books on her desk to see if there were any wild magic books?
I did not. That's a great idea. Why would I do that though?
Trust me, you need that.
So I look through the stack. Is there any books on wild magic?
Not in the stack on the desk, but further over towards the back room where there's a bedroom area, you can see there's a couple of bookshelves over there that are just filled to the brim with various different books of various different topics. Everything is all categorized. So near the bottom of the last bookshelf you find a section on wild magic, and it appears to take up quite a large section of that shelf.
Ooh.
So it's definitely apparent that it's not that she's given up on the study of wild magic, it's just been shelved, as it were, for other studies.
Is there one that seems to be thicker? Thick boy.
I mean, they are all quite sizable.
Yeah.
Some are bigger than others.
Some are slightly larger than others, but there's nothing that's like little pamphlets and then like an encyclopedia sort of deal.
I'll leave them.
Alright.
I think I have like 3 of these. I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I don't want to take things without asking. I mean, the food is one thing because it could go bad and, like, she's not coming back for it. But belongings, it should be approved first.
That's a good way. That's a good practice, I think. Alright, well, is there any indication of a map somewhere of the town? Map? Or we don't know where the thing.
Not a map, no.
Mm.
Mm-hmm. Shall we go then?
I guess we just head on out and we'll look for a local.
Yeah.
Simple bare necessities.
Would we have any way of knowing where the Thane's house is?
You can ask people.
Yeah, let's go find somebody or a map or something. Yeah,
This seems like the type of neighborhood that probably has like
a kiosk
or local security patrols.
guards. Yeah.
So let's see if we can find the closest city guard.
Constable.
Okay.
Constable.
So there are various patrols of just local law enforcement. There are obviously kind of street signs and things like that to tell you exactly where you are. You do recall that just outside of the university there is like a sort of town square kind of area. You imagine there's probably like not necessarily like a tourism information point, but something similar enough where it'll tell you where local points of interest are.
Okay.
There we go. Up there, we can find yeah. Let's look at. Okay, so we walk up to it and check out the info map.
So you see that it obviously points to the university, points to where the local temples are as well, and points you towards where the actual gate is for the Stormfire Gate, as well as there's a sort of, it doesn't like say you are here sort of deal with like the mall, but it's just like a very basic artistic rendition of the city itself, that shows that the Thane's house is sort of towards the edges of the city limits, just beyond where High Point is, more towards where Stormfire Gate is.
Okay.
There it is. Alright, let's head that way.
Let's go.
Alright, so we'll take a break there then before you guys turn up at the Thane's house.
Join us in the world of Elysium, our first one-shot, available now on YouTube and in podcast format. So, you guys are now outside of the abode of the local Thane.
Alright.
It's...
Alright, so we'll knock on the door.
I wouldn't say necessarily humble abode. It's not like lower class. This house,
Rich bitches.
It's kind of more middle class, I would say. Not overly grand. You get the idea that there's not necessarily like a specific kind of house that the local Thane goes and lives in at all, or anything like that. When they are elected, they just live in their own regular house that they had.
I'm going to knock on the door.
Okay. It is answered by, I wouldn't necessarily say like a maid, but it is answered by one of the house staff. Probably has a few jobs that they do. You hear...
We're looking for...
Mhm.
We're looking for Avril Nero.
Yep. Averell Nero. Yeah, are they expecting you?
I think so, yes.
Okay, if you come with me then. You all kind of shuffle in and the door's closed behind you in this entry hall. Not overly large, but it does look very homey. Quite warm and well kind of used. You see that there's like scuff marks on like the skirting board areas. There's some boots and shoes kind of piled by the front door sort of deal. And you're taking up the winding staircase up to the 3rd floor of this house, which does appear to be almost like an attic area. And inside of it, you see a half-elven woman inside, sort of sitting at like a teacher's desk area with 3 desks sort of set up in front of her. They are not currently occupied though. These people are saying that you're expecting them. And the woman behind the desk stands up and nods. I am indeed. If you want to come in and sit down, and nods at the staff member who closes the door behind you all, and you're now left in this attic type room with Averell Nero. I see you came across the journal.
Yeah.
Do you happen to... Was that you that wrote us then, yes?
It was, yes.
Oh, okay. So, are you aware of Shimmer's whereabouts?
Of who?
Professor Q.
Professor Q?
Professor Quavein. Yes.
Yes.
I am aware of their whereabouts, yes.
Is she okay?
I would say so, and the glamour fades and you see before you where's my note actually for their description?
Oh.
Mysterious.
Trying to find the right
tricky.
notebook here. Trying to find the right notebook. Because this is a note that hasn't actually been written into the book yet, but it is in the book, if that kind of makes sense.
Absolutely.
Because I haven't finished moving everything over. Yeah, you see before you a female-looking dark elf. With long, kind of in the exact same clothing and hairstyle as this Averell Nero in front of you. It was like a braid that sort of goes off to the side and over one shoulder, with dark hair, except it was previously like a reddish blonde colour, like a strawberry blonde colour, and they stand now in front of you.
Oh, why, hello, Professor.
I assume you've been sent here or something of that nature. Would I be correct in that assumption? You
Yes.
mentioned the Queen Farah sent you?
The Queen sent us, said that you would be the person we need to connect with in order to communicate with her.
Okay, I'm assuming that this is in relation to recent events that have happened that have made its way south to here? Very well.
Yes. In relation to, dragons murdering our queen and
That would,
the shit hitting the fan, I guess, for lack of a better.
that would, I imagine, necessitate communication in some form between the two countries, in more of a less official manner, as it were.
Yes.
Okay. So tell me a little bit about yourselves then, if I am being expected to work with yourselves.
Well, we are servants of the crown.
I'm not.
No.
She
We'll get
finally she takes a look at you, because I'm guessing you've been kind of to the back or something like that?
Yeah, I was behind
Yeah.
everyone and just
Yeah.
pop my head up.
Takes a look at you
Yes,
and you see a
this
note
is
of
Reggie.
recognition. With a slight nod. Okay. Servants of the Crown, yes.
And we've helped around on a few different assignments. Just basically adventurers, and we needed to get a hold of you for.
We find ourselves caught up in the politics of all this,
Yes.
and
Yes.
we need to figure out what's happening. We need to figure out what's going on. We need to figure out why.
Who? What? Why? Where?
Well, why? Where? A dragon murdering the queen and some of our closest friends. It's been a lot in the last few weeks, I'm not gonna lie.
Mhm.
And the Queen of the Fractured Veil said that you would be the easiest go-to to communicate with her so that she can get messages to us. We can get messages to her. We've agreed essentially to work for both sides to figure out who our common enemy is.
That makes sense.
And then there's Reggie's a whole other story.
Yes,
What?
I can see that Reggie's a whole other story.
You know. And she's a wonderful person. She's just a little
Reggie.
Okay, we'll get to that in a moment. But going back to the finding out who is behind all of this, that the recent events do certainly explain the current or recent shift in my focus of research in terms of what I have been instructed to research anyway. I imagine that Queen Farah was unable to explain too much in terms of the goings on, or even in terms of the research at all.
Yeah, we didn't have a lot of time.
no.
I imagine not. How much do you know of the Vale and of the royal family itself?
Other than the propaganda that we've all been given, not a lot.
Okay. Well, I imagine you've learned at least a little bit about the Queen's brother.
A bit.
And how much do you know of the comings to the crown for the Queen? You heard any of the rumors or
Pretend we don't.
stories there?
Pretend we don't know
Okay.
anything.
We don't
okay.
know any.
Okay. So, the Queen Farah came to the throne at the same time as your previous queen. Except the circumstances are rather different. There was a crucible of sorts that used to happen every couple of years, where the winner of the crucible would essentially become not the monarch, but they would be the leader of the peoples of the Vale in terms of arranging the armies and things like that, until Queen Farah won the crucible 12 years ago. But she didn't win it just through strength alone. She was also a learned individual and was able to strategize and use the weaknesses of her opponents against them.
She did seem...
Yeah, she is quite a fair bit different, shall we say, than the people who have won the Crucible previous to herself. However, her father, Kado, is a holy man of sorts, and he has had dealings with the gods in a way, where it was foretold that his daughter would become the Queen of the Vale. So she has styled herself in that fashion and has really done a lot of good in terms of the Vale. And part of her now being part of the crown and being the crown is that her son has been sent to other countries in the world to become learned himself, learn of their people. And in that we have started to hear rumours of what's going on in those other countries. Rumours of various different cults. But they have not made their way over to ourselves. And it is our belief that one of those cults may be behind the recent attack at the gates. But we have people there who are gathering some more information to confirm that before any moves can be made.
Fucking cults.
They're very interesting sometimes.
Sometimes.
Oh, they're fascinating, but fucking cults.
Agreed.
All right.
So that's where we are at the moment in terms of our research. So that's why I've been, over the last 9 months or so, I started to research these other countries to find out more about their backgrounds, about their people, about the geographies, in case there was anything in their geographies that could be of aid in terms of if we needed to go there for any reason, shall we say. But then about 6 months ago, I had to abruptly stop that research and go into hiding, as it were. Hence why I am here.
What happened?
So, around 6 months ago, maybe 5.5 months ago, something around that kind of time frame, word came to us of there being movement of not necessarily troops, but more adventuring parties like yourselves who were starting to make landings in the Vale. And we're starting to... There's only maybe 1 or 2 adventuring parties, but groups at the time who were starting to come over here. Not necessarily as incursions, but more sort of guerrilla tactics, I guess, where they were just starting to rally up support, spread their word, as they do. And at least in the Vale, a few of the parties were making a little bit of headway. And then from the prince himself, he was able to obtain some information in terms of that they knew that there was a spy somewhere, and obviously as the leader of the spies for the Queen of the Vale, it became imperative that I assume a new persona, at least for the time being, to perform some undercover kind of research, which is why I have embedded myself in the household of one of the Thanes, because they have more access to information than a local professor in a university.
I mean, smart choices.
They were made. Whether they're smart or not remains to be seen. Teaching students in a university is quite a fair little bit different to teaching younger children.
Valid.
So I assume that the Queen has entrusted you to be a bit of a go-between between our two nations, as it were. For the
That seems
spreading
to
of
be our
information.
current assignment.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I will put together a packet of sorts, I guess, of information that needs to be passed along to your new queen in terms of information that we know. I'm not too sure what their spies know of. Obviously, we know some of who their spies are, same as they know who some of ours are. And
Unfortunately, our spies don't seem to have been doing a great job based on everything that happened last week.
oh, we
No.
had no information that that attack was happening either. We just knew of the existence of this cult, and that they'd
It really
started
seems like
making
an inside
incursions.
job. It had to have been an inside job. Some cultists within the mix.
There are quite a few
I
cults
mean,
that we've
they're-
been examining, to be fair.
Yeah.
But there are cults everywhere. Each country has its own sort of demographic, shall we say?
Yeah. Not many of them successfully bring dragons to kill monarchs, though.
Not a lot of them do know, which is why we now know that it's this particular cult, given their methods and who these dragons were. Also, the capture of the Queen's brother helps matters.
I mean, yeah.
So I'll put together a packet of information that it feels imperative to be shared in terms of your own local information gathering, shall we say?
Great, thank you.
Yeah, that is much appreciated.
I will need the evening to put that together, though. There are pieces of it here and there, so I will need the evening to put together, put it together in a more demonstrative manner, shall we say?
Yeah.
But this other one, and she looks at you, Reggie.
Yes.
She kind of squints a little bit.
I squint back.
Do you know why you're here?
I'm trying to find answers.
Aren't we all in life?
True. That is true. Very deep. I'm trying to find answers on my life and the past, but also the future. But also, hold on. Yes. My wife was murdered, and someone fucked up my brain, and I don't remember much. So yeah, I'm trying to figure out the leads for that, and my wild magic, which is out of control.
When was she murdered? You see that she kind of takes a seat at that news.
It's been about a year.
That
Give or
is
take.
surprising. And does explain a few things.
Great. Glad it does for you.
I mean, more so in terms of the lack of communication over the last year or so.
That'd be because she's no longer with us. Yes.
And also explains the lack of communication from yourself.
Oh. Yes. Yes, it does. Mm-hmm.
Especially if you're needing to consult a notebook.
Well, we all have notebooks.
Not to remind ourselves of that. Tell me a little bit about this encounter.
Right. Well, that is definitely something I don't. Hold on. 3. Yes. From what others have told me, and I can piece together with what little information I remember from that day. We were in our lab, studying different things with my magic and in general, fey magic, wild magic, that kind of thing.
I remember those studies. I remember those studies.
Yes. What? Anyway, and we were excuse me, parched. We were doing that, and this is where things get very fuzzy for me. Someone broke in. I don't know. I believe from other people's accounts, it was several someone's. And we were attacked. And yes, and we were attacked. Mm-hmm.
Okay. I think we might need to have a bit of a larger conversation regarding that.
Yeah. It's all in my notebook if you'd like to read what I have.
That would be helpful.
I
assume that you would like your memories and such back as much as we can.
Well,
or at least
I had some work done. I did. Not that kind of work. Everything is original. But I did. They did try to restore. They did try to restore what was there, and I did get some things back. That's why I said flashes. But when we got to the more juicier bits, not the fun juicy bits, just the juicy bits. There was a little bit of resistance from my brain. I may have knocked back a couple of individuals. Not with my hands.
It sounds as though there's been a bit of a backlash in your wild magic, causing a modify memory type situation.
Yeah,
description.
It was a little bit. They figured it was a little bit of a feeblement. Yep, it just jambled some things up, and then there was a modified memory. But also, it seems that they think my wild magic is trying to protect me somehow by protecting my shitty memories. And well, anytime anyone tries to open those up, it goes.
Potentially.
Well, not to insert myself there, Reggie, but I understand the brain trying to protect from the bad memories, but if the professor can help us, we might want to see if we can work through that a bit for you.
Oh, no, that's fine. It's just, well, your life may be in danger doing it, is all I'm saying.
I think we can handle that.
I don't mean you, I just mean the person poking in my head.
I've had experience of your wild magic before, as well as others. Not exactly mitigating things that I might be able to do in order to protect myself, but there are some things that I might be able to do for more sort of area effects and such. I know from experience that you're able to set off fireballs and such in general locations without meaning to.
Lightning. One time I teleported to a whole nother plane.
Yeah, I remember that one. You've done that a few times.
Yeah.
Interesting going and finding you and bringing you back from a shadow realm.
So can I just ask, how long did you know Reggie?
That's a great question.
How close were you?
We first met about 10 years ago or so.
Pre-wedding,
I would say.
Yes.
Not too long after I first came over here, or not first came over here, but first came over as more of a teaching, research kind of role. I had studied here previously, because there's no universities or such or anything like that in the Fractured Vale, as you call it. So I had to come over here and learn my trade, as it were. And then when Queen Farah came to the throne and I was instructed to come over and sort of be a spy, as it were, I started teaching at a university, and Reggie and her wife were some of my student/research partners.
Nope, I don't remember.
Okay, there we go. There's the connection.
Well, I mean, it seems we've brought Reggie to the right place at least, so that is good. I guess.
Indeed. Indeed.
It was because of them that I started studying wild magic in a bit more detail.
You're an influencer, Reggie.
I mean, I knew that. It's fine.
I believe it was more so that your wife was trying to see if there was a way that you could use your magic in a bit more of a safer fashion rather than burning your house down again.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that could be a problem.
Indeed.
Yeah.
The insurance
I'm
premiums
feeling
alone went sky high, so...
I have a feeling from a little bit of the things I remember that someone decided to try to use our research to tame and control something for their own benefits. But we don't know who or why. But that's for another day.
Oh my.
Yeah, there was a research assistant who was fired for something similar. We might need to pull that thread a little bit more, you and I.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Excellent.
Okay.
Well, why don't I put together this research packet?
Mm-hmm.
And we reconvene in the morning?
Yeah. Sounds good.
Sounds good.
Right.
Do we... How far away is the place we're staying? From here?
It's a walk.
Oh,
Like,
alright. I can remember.
Me neither.
Yeah, you guys are kind of staying in the old district, I believe it was. Not too far from the university.
Still
So it's probably about 25-30 minute walk,
Alright.
I would say. It's not terribly far.
Well, alright then. We'll see you in the morning.
do you want to meet us at our... We're staying at the...
Do you want me to set the inn, or would you like us to come
Or
here?
would you like us to come back?
I can come to the inn and meet you there.
Okay.
Lessons don't start until later in the day here, and I'm assuming that I shall be needing to hand in my resignation with immediate effect tomorrow. Move on from this persona.
Also, you have a lot of mail and some great coupons you might want to look into.
Oh, they expired.
Oh, yes. You did. Yeah.
Yes, I imagine I'll be needing to pack up that abode as well, potentially, if we are to
Yeah.
get to the bottom of what happened, Reggie.
It seems so. Question: should we keep the book in order to communicate with you across distance?
That would be helpful.
Like
Did you bring it with you, or did you leave it there?
Oh, we brought it with us.
Okay.
I have it, and I
Okay.
just...
Very good. I also have one of these with the Queen, is how I communicate with her. As it's very easy to bring along with me wherever I may be travelling. I imagine the same is similar with yourselves. I would recommend... Well, you saw that... I'm assuming that you were writing in the book, so in terms of when it does get a message through, the book itself does vibrate a little bit. So that you know that there is a message to read, as a bit of a signal for you to check it. So I recommend one of you keeping it on or nearby your person.
Mm-hmm.
I'll keep it tucked.
Good.
You know,
Where are you going to keep it tucked?
in an inside pocket of my many tunics. You know. Y'all know I wear nice clothes.
Yep.
Okay.
And you did go to Damien at Flame to get those very nice clothes, so. Okay, so we shall meet you all at the inn tomorrow with this information packet. It's up to you, Reggie, for how much you want to do an investigation into what happened. Up to yourself as well as to how far you want to go with the memory retrieval process and such.
Lovely.
But we can start on that as early as tomorrow if you wish.
Excellent. Yes, sure. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It will require travel with yourself to revisit places.
I travel with.
Versus travel without yourself.
Correct.
You gotta be present.
It would involve me traveling with you.
Ah, yes, that'd be lovely. You could tell me all about myself.
Fantastic. 10 years crammed into 10 minutes. That will be a footnote. Alright.
I have to say, I feel better about letting Reggie, if Reggie needs to travel off, not doing so alone.
Yes.
Goodness gracious, Reggie can handle herself.
Not that you weren't doing fine,
That's quite good.
but also just concerns, just general concerns.
I went quite far on my own.
You did. I'm not
Not
saying
knocking that. That's for sure.
Not knocking that. I personally wouldn't want to just leave you to your own devices forever.
Nothing is forever.
I mean, that's also valid.
Okay, on that note, I'll see you all in the morning.
See you in the morning.
I have letters.
There's
to
excellent
write.
breakfast at this inn, by the way. You should save room for the breakfast.
Alcohol is trash.
For the croissant.
Alcohol is trash.
I mean, and I take out look at the sausage.
No.
It was made in the summer, apparently.
We should go. We should. We're. Bye!
Alright, so you guys leave the house of the Thane. You see as you're leaving that there are 3 half-elven children running around in the bottom hallway. Just playing. They don't take any notice of you as you're leaving. And you can head back to the inn if you feel it. I would say that it's probably more so about kind of midday-ish at this kind of point, I would say.
Is anyone following us?
Roll a perception check.
Very good question.
Investigation.
The glasses are on, so here I go. With my super high perception. +1. And you add another 1 to that? Oh no, that's a 7. Whew, that's an 8.
Okay.
Woohoo!
No one's following you.
Oh, we're good. We're great.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I just
I don't feel too alarmed by it. I mean, people know where we are. It's not hard. It's not like we're gonna, sneakily get there. I'm not gonna stealth through town.
Well, no need to stealth through town, but it's not bad to know if.
Well, check it out then, would you?
I did quite a good job. Mm-hmm.
I'm sure you did, hun.
I'm sure, absolutely, that you picked up on everything going on around us.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mm?
Oops.
Watch out for that pothole.
Oh. I rolled an 18.
Okay. It's definitely a bit better. I will say that you notice that there is a snowy white owl looking at you all
Dun dun dun.
as you get back to the tavern. There's a snowy white owl just looking at you.
Olivia.
Is it Olivia?
Does she have anything attached on her leg?
Does she have like note or like anything?
Nope.
Olivia, is Mika with you?
You talk to animals.
I can't do owl voices or noises, so not apart from like just a general like.
Wait.
Do you have speak with animals?
I think I do.
I have animal handling, but
Oh shit.
Druid?
I've got speak with animals.
Leaf. What's Olivia saying?
What? Can you talk to Olivia?
I guess so. I'll cast speak with animals then.
Okay.
Olivia, what the fuck are you doing here, man?
Have you seen Mika? I'm looking for Mika.
Guys, Owl is looking for Mika. I don't know how to respond.
Who's Mika?
A friend of ours.
Another story.
Not the dead one.
Not
the dead one. Thanks for that sensitive statement.
Was. Has this been like how long now? A week? 2 weeks?
2? Will you ask Olivia when the last time that she saw Mika was?
Yeah. Olivia, when did you last see Mika?
It would be about 2.5 weeks ago. You were back in the other city.
2.5 weeks ago, back in.
So Olivia hasn't seen Mika in the time that we haven't seen her.
Yeah.
Where was she last you saw her?
Yeah, where was she?
In her bed sleeping.
Was she in the house or was she?
Yeah.
Yeah, was she in the house? Was she like where was this?
We saw her. We went to bed. Everyone went to bed. And then she was gone the next day.
Yeah.
Yeah, but did you follow her out of the house that day? Did she?
I'm asking Olivia, where was it the last time you saw?
It was in your house.
In the house. Oh gosh. Like in her bedroom?
I think that's what it's called.
Okay. Yeah. Sleeping quarters.
Oh boy.
Well.
Well,
Alarming.
where have you been
Surely.
all this time?
I've been out flying.
Oh. Do you know how to get back to where Mika was from?
I do, and I know where she is.
What? Guys, Olivia says she knows where Mika is.
Oh, where is
she?
So, Olivia, where is she then?
I don't know where she is, that's why I'm looking for her. I know how to get to her when I know where she is.
Oh.
Oh, I see.
I see.
Um,
You relayed that to us, so I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
I assume that this has all been really backwards and forwards.
Yes. Yeah. Crap. What else should we ask Olivia?
I don't know. I
Disappeared
mean,
before? That's good.
Wait, what was the question?
She disappeared before.
Oh
No.
no, she's not disappeared before.
well, Olivia, you're welcome to follow us or go back to the home, or I don't know. We could. I mean, when we find her, we'll definitely reach out to you, but we need to know how. How do we reach out to Olivia?
She's just
That
an
is
owl.
really
I'm just an owl.
just an
I
owl.
come, I
Yeah.
go.
I mean, your best is to go back to the house. To be honest, Olivia, that's probably the best solution here. Do you know where that is?
Of course I know where the house is.
That's fine. I didn't know it's a far away.
Oh, saucy owl.
Just have this sassiness.
Well, get that, and you can get some treats. There'll be, I'm sure there's plenty of mice that you could eat there.
Yeah, our house is probably like dusty as fuck. So like you know like.
I mean, the Jonas Brothers do a pretty good job keeping our house clean.
Truly.
Yeah, true. But I mean, like, there's a barn in the nearby, so barn owls like hanging out there, so you could probably make some friends.
True.
So you don't know where Mika is?
No, unfortunately not. So
Okay.
We've been hoping to hear back from her family to let us know if she was safely with them.
yeah,
Do you know where her family is?
Yes, I know where her family is.
Well, could you go meet with them and see if maybe they know where she is?
I can't talk to them. They can't talk to me.
No, there's not a druid amongst them. Ah,
Not that I
Bastard.
know of.
No, Mika was the druid amongst them.
well,
Exactly.
Could we send a note with you?
yeah, that's probably the best thing actually is to send a note. So yeah,
Will
we'll
you
send
write
a
the
note
note to
with you.
send with Olivia?
Okay. Let me get my paper. And a pen. Right, okay. What should we send with Olivia? We're gonna send you a letter to take to her family, if that's alright.
Of course.
Right, cool.
I don't
Okay.
think she's there. I checked there already.
No. It's to see if her family have any information.
Okay.
And then they can send a letter to us, basically, to our address.
Okay. I don't think she's there. I checked there.
No, that's fine. That's totally fine. We just
but we just want to know if they know anything about where she might be.
yeah, exactly. Or if they could tell us if we're to maybe look.
If you guys remember, the previous queen had kind of told you to do a bit of research before going to where Mika was,
Yes.
which is the Shadow Realm.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Because that's where she got taken.
yeah.
Theoretically.
Theoretically, yes.
Well, then maybe sending a note won't do any good.
No,
I don't know.
but we could send a note to someone who knows more about that realm.
Like who?
I was there briefly.
What?
Just briefly.
But you may not remember much of.
No, I popped in and popped out.
Okay. That's not helpful.
All right, so she's not there, and we think that it's a moot point to send a message to her family, asking if they know her whereabouts. And so we just kind of figured that perhaps she's in the other realm. I guess. I don't know.
Here's a wild question: Does Olivia have any idea how to get to the shadow realm?
Yeah, that's a good question before we send the letter. Yeah.
I know
Dramatically throws my
I know
stuff
she's
on the
just
floor.
an owl, but
Never just.
but you never know.
It's impressive being an owl.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Well, the fact that I'm able to speak to animals, I would think that the animal would know shit.
Right?
Because I'm asking them, like, intelligently. I'm not asking, like, oh, what did you have for breakfast? I had a mouse. Yeah. So,
Right, but they would have limited intelligence, I suppose. But I don't know. That's presumptuous of me.
Owls are smarter than some people.
I
True.
mean, the animals in Boulder's Gate sound pretty, like, intelligent.
I mean,
Really?
you're not wrong. They're super smart.
Exactly.
Catgirl.
So I'm basing it off that. So I'm gonna go with you know where she is. How do you get?
Yeah, there we go.
Okay, so I'm presuming then that you're telling Olivia that Mika is in the Shadow Realm, where you believe that she's there.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. She did tell me once about a portal in her town that she went through before,
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
or they think it was a portal.
Yeah.
That was when she disappeared for the couple of days. Quite a few years ago.
Okay.
So maybe it was there that she went to.
You know where that's at. How to get there.
Well, it's in the mines in her old town. In Quavein.
Okay. Well, we're on a bit of a. We're meeting someone in the morning, and
Who I was just thinking might have some knowledge of the Shadowfell,
yeah.
as she is very learned.
Oh, I lost Abby.
Yeah. Kinda need Abby for the speak with animals.
Right.
We'll see. We'll see what's going on, if it's tech issues or...
Abby's like, bounce later.
Yep.
Bye.
Bye.
Let's see what's going on. We'll give her a minute.
Abby. Abba-dabba-doo. Where are you?
Let's see. If not, we'll just have to continue on without Abby, but... We'll give her a
This
minute
is really
or two.
good that
Yeah. See if she responds
Fanatical.
to the message. Yeah.
Well, I had to go pee since before you left
Yeah.
the bathroom the first time. To go pee.
Oh, there we go.
There we go.
Sorry about that. Computer likes to fast.
Ugh.
Yes.
Oh.
So, on that note, I would like to ask Olivia how to get to the realm.
Okay, there's a portal in one of
Okay,
the
someone
mines.
taking note. There's a portal.
Yeah, a portal in the mines in Quavein where Mika's from, that she went through before, or thinks she's went through before. She's
Portal.
not sure, but she did disappear for a couple of days and then came back, and that's when the nightmares all started.
So portal in the, where was it again?
The mines in Quavein.
Quavein.
C-A-E burn.
C-A and burn.
Yeah, C-A-E.
C-A burn. Okay. So there was a portal on the mines of Quavein, and she went there and then she came back.
Yeah, she went through. She didn't talk about it too much, but she disappeared for a couple of days.
Okay.
This was before I knew her, so...
Oh. Okay.
That's where she started having the nightmares.
Yeah.
She never slept.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Then obviously she got taken after we went into the room and she was gone.
Yeah.
And all her stuff was still there,
Yeah.
Oh,
including her bag of holding.
Yeah.
Mystery.
So where have you been all this time, Olivia?
I've been flying around trying to find her. I thought she left the house. So I've been trying to find her. And then I thought she might be with you, so I came to find you all.
How did you find us?
I flew around and tried to look to see if I knew people.
Wow, you've flown a long way then.
I have.
For an owl. Questioning your owlness. Insight check. Are you a real owl?
Insight checking the owl. Right? Insight check. What have you really been doing?
Yeah, exactly. What have you really been doing, owl?
You can roll one if you want.
I'm gonna. Insight check. Dun, 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 dun. Insight is +1. So it's an 18.
She's literally just an owl.
Damn it. I know, but she could be lying. Owls lie too.
Do they? Do they?
They do. Okay. I really do think I don't really know how much help we're gonna get. We don't know, and the owl doesn't know. So,
well, my thought is we are talking tomorrow morning with someone who knows a lot about other realms and has been doing a lot of research and is a spy / professor. I'm just saying perhaps we should also ask them tomorrow if they know anything about the Shadow Realms, because we already know there's a portal in Mika's hometown.
Yeah.
Because honestly, I'm not gonna lie, not going after Mika has been kind of driving me crazy. Just letting it sort of sit has been bothering me emotionally.
No, 100%, absolutely. I think just with all the other stuff that's been going on, that's been a lot.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot. There's a lot going on, but I also don't want Mika to think we would just abandon her to the Shadowfell either.
No. Absolutely, 100%.
Maybe Olivia should go back to the house. We'll meet with our person tomorrow morning, see if we can gather more intel, and
and figure out.
Olivia, maybe why don't you come by the inn tomorrow?
Okay.
Mid-morning.
Okay. I'll relay. So yeah, Olivia, I think you go back to the house and enjoy the quietness and the peacefulness of our little house. And we are going to be speaking to someone tomorrow who will hopefully have some information on Shadow Realm, how we can get there, and how we can find Mika. Does that sound good to you?
No, it's more than what we have, but more than what I knew already, so I didn't know she was in the Shadow Realm.
Yeah.
Explains why I can't find her.
Yeah. Kind of a bitch, I know. But we're gonna find her, I'm sure. I'm sure of it. We won't just abandon her.
No, we would never.
So you just rest easy knowing that we're on it, and you go and enjoy some mice and hopefully keep the infestation down.
I do appreciate you eating the mice. It's an excellent job.
Thank you, Olivia.
Yeah.
And head to the inn.
Yes.
Okay.
So, bye, Olivia.
And
She flies.
Yeah, she flies away.
Bye.
So you guys all head into the tavern. It's still kind of afternoon, early afternoonish, lunchtime-ish. So you guys have the rest of the day. You can just chill if you want. Have a few drinks and some meals and chat and such. And in the following morning, the professor turns up over breakfast. It's another continental breakfast spread, the exact same food as it was before. With your summer sausage.
Oh no, not that.
Sausage made from the summers.
Like,
I love a
that's
good
their last name? They're from people?
No. It's sausage made in the summertime,
Uh-huh.
I think.
Yeah, it's been
So-
cured
it's-
slightly differently.
It's just sausage that doesn't need to be refrigerated.
No, thank you.
Cured meats.
Pretty much,
Taste
yeah.
and
It's very tasty though.
It's baloney. There's a cat behind you.
I know. Yay!
So she turns up over breakfast. She is back in her sort of disguise, for the time being. Which, now that you know what her disguise looks like, it's easy enough for you to know that that's who she is. Also, the fact that you guys are the only ones who are sitting down here at this moment in time for breakfast.
Mm.
Because it is mid-morning, so like any other travellers have probably kind of set off for the day. She comes in holding, not quite like an envelope, but know how like you get those, it's like this sheet of paper card that's been sort of folded over, and is tied in the middle, but then she's also put like a wax seal on it as well, that appears to be a crown on the wax seal, and hands it over to you all. I put together this package of all the information that I know so far on the cult, as well as the various countries that they're operating in. Don't have any information in terms of who their parties are that I mentioned who came over. We just know of their existence, as well as we don't know who their main instigators are. We're still finding out that information, but we do have some information about the cults that's all in here, as well as the one that we suspect based on the recent attack.
fabulous. Thank you so much.
This will be of great value to the new queen. Speaking of cheese, do you know anything about the Shadow Realm?
Cheese.
I know a bit more than what would normally be known, I guess, just through various forms of research. Is there anything in particular that you're wanting to know?
Well, we have a friend who may have disappeared there a couple of weeks ago,
Okay. I mean,
who has been there back and then disappeared again, and so we're afraid that she's trapped there.
I mean, there is some information within that packet on the Shadow Realm that seems to be,
No, perfect then.
in terms of this cult, anyway, where
Ah,
I was wondering if those
benefactor
Venn diagrams overlap.
and they have. Excellent. Thank you so much.
was. Okay.
So, this is good. This is good.
Are you familiar with the portal to the Shadow Realm in Caburn?
I have heard rumours of it. It's not publicised at all or anything like that, but there has been stories of people who go in, don't come back.
Definitely those stories.
Mm-hmm.
Well, sounds like our journeys might overlap after all.
Dun dun dun.
Yeah. I would urge caution when heading into the Shadow Realm.
Caution is our middle name. We're always super prepared. We never rush headlong into anything. I don't know why you would even say that.
I mean, the Shadow
Wherever
Realm.
River is, she gets a cold chill up her whole back.
Yeah. I mean, all of these domains within the Shadow Realm are intended to imprison, and there are quite a lot of entities who will do whatever they can to try and escape.
No.
Excellent. Just
sounds like a vacay, really.
Truly. I'm gonna need a lot of sausage.
And a croissant.
Croissant.
I'm done with you.
You know, there's just certain memes that stick in your head, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Mhm.
Croissant being one of them.
That's why I can't say it like that anymore.
I can't not say it like that now.
All right. Well, should we start this adventure at another time then?
Well, this has been a wildly successful bit of journeying.
Yeah.
Indeed.
So, Reggie, what
Yes.
do you want to do now? What do you need to do now?
Reggie has somewhere to be at 2:30.
Reggie does? She doesn't
As
mind
Aaron-
2:30.
As Aaron just gets a nosebleed from the multiple dimensions converging.
Well, I think I'm going to stay with the professor and work on my memories.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
pretty cool.
All right. Okay.
And then from there, I'm going to go find the people that murdered my wife and slaughter them.
In the Shadow Realm.
Hey, when
No,
you need to go find the folks who murdered your wife and slaughter them, send us a message.
Oh.
Okay.
Send us a message, and
How do I do that?
In this book.
well, if you're going to be with the professor, you can have them write us a note in the book.
Unless the professor's evil and really just tries to kill me.
Oh.
I mean, that is a possibility.
Bonus story.
You know, if that happens, try to get us word somehow. I just dropped my water bottle on my cat's head. I am the worst.
It gets worse. He's like, why have you forsaken?
Why must you be so violent?
No, I just wanted a warm place to put my snoot.
Yeah, I think I'll be good here.
Okay.
Okay.
All right then. I'm gonna take a peek outside, look for Olivia, because I think it would be good to have her along for this journey.
Oh, she's gone.
Yeah, we had sent her home,
I thought this is morning time now.
Yeah,
but we sent her.
We sent her away.
You sent her 3 days, 3 of
Ow,
your flying
but I
days
asked
away.
you to come mid-morning.
She's gone.
It's like a
Well, we
3-day
sent her to
journey
her
for you
house, which
guys.
is like
Yeah,
6
she's
weeks
gone.
away.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, there's not much she can do. Sorry.
Oh, well, shit. I did ask her to come back mid-morning, and I didn't think about how far away it would be for her to fly.
But also, she can't talk to you.
No, but we do have someone she could talk to.
It's true.
Yeah.
I'm
I
just
thought
saying.
maybe an adventure with us to find, Nika.
Oh no, but she
Well, we have to
can
get
because
this
we're gonna go
information
back.
back to the queen. We have to go back to where Olivia
Yeah.
is.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
you gotta go back to meet River.
Yeah.
I know,
After
it
the
just
queen, we got to meet up with River. We got
would have
there's
been nice
stuff
to
we gotta-
have Olivia along for the journey, a little extra someone along for the ride.
She's an owl. She has 2 hit points.
I don't know. She can see things we can't.
I have elf-like vision, so it's all good. I can see
Okay,
things so you can't.
Excellent. So long as somebody can see the things I can't, because
Yep.
I just feel like I can't see much these days.
Oh no!
You're
Your
way
eyes
more
check
valuable
are
than
back in
I just
the
take the stack of flowers and I make a bracelet of flowers and I hand it to you. It'll be.
Oh, thank you.
Mm.
This
I'm
is
gonna-
adorable.
I was gonna
That's
say
phenomenal.
we'll need to get you to the opticians when we get back to the city so that we can check your eyesight.
The Wizard of Eye. I will have to stop by there.
Also, I'm going to give you. I have 2 vials of poison that I have made because that's what I do. Here you go. In case
Oh.
you need it,
Thanks.
River may take it.
Fair,
I
dear.
will take a vial of poison and put it in one of my pouches.
It's basic.
Just
You
don't.
can
dr-
add
don't
that into
drink
your
it yourself.
inventory.
What'd you
Tick,
say?
you're taking
So
those.
add it to your inventory.
Oh. I probably need to see the Wizard of Ear as well.
I'm saying who's taking the poisons.
I'm gonna take one.
I'm not taking poison.
Okay, so
No,
you-
I'm not taking it, as in like carrying it.
You
Oh,
can.
oh.
Basic poison. Add.
Basic. Just
Yes,
basic
It
poison.
takes just take both to keep it simple.
poison.
Just take both.
That girl is poison. All right, I will add another one.
Never trust a big butt and a smile.
That
That
girl is poison.
Cool.
Should
Right.
we
Head
head off, Reggie?
Oh, so
Is there-
we're not getting any money. Sorry, as a guest.
Miss her, kiss her, love her.
Is there
That girl is poison.
Love a big girl.
A copyright.
All right, we're set.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
We used. Did we use your? How did we get here?
There's no horse and cart.
so
Where did
no.
I come?
So Reggie
This is not my
turned
beautiful house.
Reggie turned Torin into a giant eagle, and
Blue.
Eve
Oh, I
also
wild
turned into a giant
I was
eagle.
gonna say
yeah.
there was some. I knew there was some polymorph
Yes.
and some,
Turn someone into an eagle
wild
again. I
shape.
won't be able to turn you into an eagle after that.
Right. So does that mean we have to take like 2 fucking weeks to get back?
Well, that would be good on River's terms because it would give her time to do what she needs to do.
Yeah.
That's fine.
You don't have to actually do the 2 weeks.
I mean, I thought about calling our sexy taxi, but I don't think she appreciates.
Is
being our
there
sexy taxi.
is there a rent a horse like
Oh yeah, you guys could get horses and at least
yeah,
make it.
I was gonna say
Yeah.
we could just get a
Yeah,
horse
or like
each.
get a cart, like rent a
Even a horse
rent a
and a
cart,
cart. Just get a horse each.
enterprise rent a cart.
Yeah.
I could turn one of you into a horse.
Oh
We get,
no.
like,
I don't want to be ridden. Not right now anyway.
So
Yeah, can we rent some horses?
yeah, you can rent some horses from Horts.
Horts. Oh.
Sorry, it was
Oh, I
there.
think I was like,
So
damn
we
it.
go to Horts and we rent a horse each. I'm guessing Torin will be on like a Clydesdale horse.
Yeah, Torin gets a big horse.
I mean we
you
just
can get carts from there as well if you want to.
I
get
know, but I
carts.
kind of feel like why do we need a cart?
Yeah, I mean, if you get
Well-
a horse, then I imagine it would like cut your time in half because obviously you can go
Yeah.
faster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, faster on horseback than
That
cart
would
and
take
horse.
And faster on horse than cart and horse, because carts.
Doing it.
Yeah, we're just getting horses.
I want
Yeah,
to.
so I would say it would probably take you about 5 days to get back rather than like the 10 days it was going to take you on like foot.
Oh gosh.
Perfect.
Do we get a war horse? And what's its name?
What are you gonna name it?
Well, I mean, I would
Well,
imagine it
I'm
has.
gonna attach to it. It's a
Hollywood.
rented horse. It's a rented
rented
horse. So
Here.
when we go back to the city, it'll have to go back to them, so then someone can use it for somewhere else.
I can polymorph a horse into a warhorse.
You wait if you're at Hordes, then they'll tell you you can drop it off at another location. Like there's
Yeah,
no issue
exactly.
with that.
Right? There should be stables everywhere.
Right, it really is horse rentals,
Yeah.
and then you just drop it off, and then other people ride horses to here and drop
Yes,
them off. That's
yes.
how the system works.
That's how it
That is
works.
if they make it. Most of them die.
Bummer. But I mean, the
Mhm.
horses.
That's why you pay the extra for the
You don't
insurance.
mean the horses die because they've got some magical stuff about them, right? So they can't die.
No, they're just horses.
No, they should be. They should have spells. cast
No,
on
they
them.
won't. They'll be insured. They'll be
You're right. The horses
Oh.
will never die, Torin.
Thank you.
There's an insurance.
They
spell.
send them to this beautiful farm.
What if we just rode like already dead horses?
Oh, don't be gross. Just get on your goddamn horse, you
Necro
fucking weirdo.
horses.
Get on your horse, you fucking
There
weirdo.
actually is necro horses. In
I
Tears of the
polymorphed one of the
Kingdom.
horses into a giant ass warhorse.
No, there's literally necro horses in Tears of the Kingdom when you go down into the
Absolutely,
underground.
there is no
You can
rad. You
read-
can walk
you can
around all
read-
the fucking funk,
You
and nobody cares.
yeah.
I mean, no damage.
Right. Anywho,
Anyway,
Anywho,
we're going on our horses.
Goodbye.
Bye.
bye.
It's so nice to meet
It's
you.
been a pleasure, Reggie. Stay in touch. Honestly.
Please
And
don't.
I want to help you. I want to help you stab the bitches that killed your wife.
Stab them, bitches.
I turned to the professor and go, "Who were those lovely people?" They were
Yeah, I was about to say, please don't forget us. And then she's gone and forgotten us.
And that's where we'll finish up
Dun, dun,
on
dun.
who were those lovely people.